How are we getting on today, folks? How are you all keeping? We're back, you can see the background, still snowy. Funny weather, it's kind of almost making like freezing rain. I know people say, oh, that's snow, but it's raining, but it's freezing as it's hitting the ground. The yard is lethal here at the moment, concrete and all that. It was thawing for a few hours today with the sunshine, but anyways, they're on about -8, -9 tonight, so forget that, the roads will be lethal. But anyways, we're back in the shed today again. Sally and John are here at the moment at a job in the digger. A job I started on the last video, but you'll see it now. But yeah, we're taking a link out of the tracks. I actually have one done because I just went at it earlier and I didn't pick up the camera because I didn't know how it was going to work out or anything. So I took the easy way out and didn't video it. But as you can see, our idler is back nicely there now. I know we need to tension that chain a bit more, but we have one link taken out of that. So that will help that keep the idler back in and keep things running smoothly. We'll do the rollers and chains again next year, but that'll keep it going for now. John is messing with the power washer here. Might do an update on that soon. But anyways, we're taking off. This is the link we're taking out here. The master pin is there. I'll show you the master pin and explain what it is in case any of you don't know. See that pin there? Let's stick this light somewhere. This pin here is a smooth head, and every other pin on the track, the master pin usually has a dimple in it. I don't know if you can make that out there, a little dimple in the center. And you know, and that's actually a Burco link. There's one Burco link. The rest of them are Duro track. I think they're Korean or some, maybe they wouldn't be the best, I'd say, but they're alright, they're fine, but pins have wore fairly well in them, more than what they should have. I have the idler let back there, the grease track. That's, you take, open off here, your nut, and it lets the grease back, push your idler back. You see all the slacks hanging on the bottom there, but jacked up with itself. So, let's try to put up this camera somewhere, and you'll see better what we're at. Now, we've chain split. We'll just cut the one side off that link. It's a lot easier to get the pin out of it. Just slice it with the gas because that's the link that's coming out, so it's going to be thrown away anyways. Pins are fairly hard to bait out with. There is a tool you can get to push the pin out, like a port power, but we don't have one of those on hand today. So Sledge is doing that to keep us warm in this weather anyway. So that's it. We now need to get a bit of heat into this. Yeah, that's the master pin there now that's on about earlier. So that pin is slightly slimmer. That one's that's the designed one to hammer out. If you ever need to split the track for any other reason, if you're changing an idler or track motor or something like that, that's the pin you want. So we'll put a bit of heat on that. We don't put too much, and get that sledged out and swing that boy up. We need to cut these two off here, these two rings. I'll show you them when we're doing that, and just for the link to fit back in, to join on itself. But yeah, making progress anyway. This is new master pin. I'm putting in, I had one there. Pin I took out of here, it would have done again, but it wasn't great, so I had a new one there, so I put it in. I'm just cleaning it up here with the, I don't know if you can see that there, carbide cutter I think it's called. Just cleaning up the burr on the edges of this links here. Now that should help it slide in nice and handy. We might get away without heating this, hopefully. Like ideally you shouldn't need to heat the master link putting it in, the master pen, so hopefully hopefully it will slip in now handy enough. Need to put in these two rings as well. They go either side here. They're only on the master link as well, because other ones are built in. They're pressed together. These two, you just take them out, pop them in again as you're joining it up. It's handy enough. So we'll get a forklift set up here and get this lifted into place.
If it stays there, it's alright.
Yeah, one second on. So forklift keep it propped up for us there, and we just pop that up in and down, get the two rings in with it. Should work out handy enough. Just smear a bit of grease on these, make them easy to win. Grease to keep them stuck in place while we're working, because otherwise they'll just fall out and annoying us. So in. You get your pin now again, the little makeshift bike. Yeah, you can push that right into me now. Placeholder?
Yeah.
Has it started? Probably not.
Need a light.
Dead. Yeah.
More.
all we needed. One more. Job done. That's it. Pin in, and you'll see it there. In, flush that side, flush that side. Perfect job. Went in an awful lot handier than the we reused all on this side. Went in an awful lot handier than that, so that's great. No need to heat the link again or anything. Great job. So bang, back on the pad here now, and you're good to go. Now just to give you a bit of an update on the power washer, the fact that it was in the last video. We've changed the new pump we put in is fine. We thought it might be damaged again, but our problem was we were feeding off a hose, off a tap, but we did not have enough. It was about 10 litres a minute when we measured it, and the power washer needs 20. So it's out of a barrel now, so it's sucking out of a barrel, so we can put up the water tank and take it off the roof of that big shed, and we'll be unlimited water then, so it won't be a problem. So it's up and running there now. You happy enough, John, yeah?
Yeah. Working as she should now. She's putting it under a proper load as well. You can hear it like.
Yeah. Loads of power.
Maybe too much.
Too much pressure. Could be out of petrol too, we're running out. Yeah. And that's hot wash as well. Running out of petrol, but yeah, and that's serious volume with hot water, so you could be putting out a bit too much pressure there as well when it's dying back like that. But he's just setting got new valve and stuff like that there, so you just have to set it. Takes a bit of setting up, but that's her. I'm gonna stick on my pad here. Well, I'm gonna go for my dinner first. It's about -3 outside now at the moment as well, so I might be back here this evening or else in the morning. Good morning. It's the next day. I have some old cold or flu or bug or something. So and a bit of a low gear today, but we'll stay moving all the same. It's about -5 outside now. So it is, but I had the heater going there, so I'd knock it off while I'm talking to you. Anyways, you seen us putting in the pin last night. I forgot what else I showed, but put in the pin, got that joint back to scran, so I can do the rest now by myself. Just going to stick this pad back on. I cleaned up a few bolts. Usually I would be giving out if I'd seen someone reusing pad bolts, but I picked out 4 good ones there because I usually have a box of new nuts and bolts there, but I don't now, and I don't feel like going anywhere getting them, but they'll be fine for this job. Hit this pad back on. I'm going to clean up the surface here. You see where I'm cleaning. Get a pair of safety glasses. Yeah, just clean up this here, and I'll clean up the surface of the pad, and I'll explain why there now in a second. They're not bad anyways. It's just takes out a bit of rust off them. There might be sitting on them. But you should always do that, because if there's a bit of rust, or even when you're putting on new chains, it's good practice to clean that shiny. Clean that shiny and the pad, because if you have a bit of rust there, a bit of paint, and you tighten them in, even could be over years where you get a bit of movement, and that's how your pads come loose a lot of the time. this back on. There's a rotation on these pads as well. There's two different sides. See that side, and you just match it up with whatever way they're on, whatever way the rest of them are on. The chains on the hopper, I'm sure you'll see me at some stage joining or splitting the track on the hopper at some stage. But these are done with a master pin, as you see that pin I hit in there earlier. These are done with a master pin, but there's actually a special joining link in the hopper, and it joins on the pad. It's kind of a crocodile clamp because they're oil sealed chains, they're wet chains. They're more what you'd see on a dozer. Now, I lost you there for a sec though. The memory card was full, so stopped recording for a sec. But anyways, yeah, I think I was on about the chains on the hopper. They're D4 chain as well, same link as these, but they're wet. They're wet chain. They're more, as I was saying, what you'd see on a dozer or that kind of thing. But they're good for the hopper because we do work on some solid ground, and the hopper, they work very well. They're very smooth, and they're not wearing. The links don't stretch as fast because when you have a stretch link like what's happening here now, the chains get rough. They get rough on the sprockets and that. They're kind of riding up on the sprockets. But like, I think one of the chains we changed on the hopper there, or the chains we changed on the hopper there, they had 12 or 13 seasons on. And it does quite a bit of tracking on some of the turf cutting we do. But yeah, I'm sure you'll see us splitting that at some stage. Hopefully not for a few years. I'll just run these in quick with this little gun, and give them a few bangs of the big one then. This beast. One way. There you go. I'm actually using a 23 mil socket there because the pad bolts are wore. They are 24 from new, but that's on a 23 there. Super job that gun. Yeah, loads of power. But if you left them at them there now, they'll just shear them, forward them off. That's it. I'll tighten up the track and give the other track a pump as well and see how she's going then. you'll kind of see what I'm at there. Couple of loose pads. There's 4 on this side, I think. This is the last one. I'm heating the bolts to the gas because otherwise it's a waste of time. Use the lever then to wedge them up into their lock-in. It's kind of a lock-in collar on them, up on the link, just to stop them spinning. So just lever up, like without the heat there now, you might do some of them, you mightn't. So I just rule of thumb, redden them. Small impact on the top setting is plenty good enough to tighten them. Even these, I'm not giving them a bang at the big gun. They'll be fine. And like that, when you have them heated, when you're tightening them, when they cool, they should tighten more. They'll be tighter than without heating them, if you get me. So that's it. And he's tensioning this up here now. Do them 2 inside bolts. I just thought I'd show you a clip of the way I'm doing it there, the gas and that. I'll do the 2 inside ones, not going to film that because you won't see much. And I'll show you how we pump up the tracks and that there in a second as well. Now, final job in here now is just give this. I have it pumped. I have a small bit of tension put on already, but I've spun it there now, and there's a bit too much slack on the bottom there yet, as you can see, hanging a bit low. So we'll. I'll just show you how for anyone who doesn't know, how you pump up a track in a digger. See the grease nipple in there sticking out? Get this boy on the end of it. Alright, that grease nipple should be pointing straight out here, but it's easy to get from the top anyway, same thing. Set you here now, you might somewhere where you can see what is going on. Now, you just pump away. You might be able to see there now on the bottom, the slack, this rising up. Grease is cold and heavy, hard for pumping. But and it's black pin and bush grease I'm using as well, so it's extra. But you see the tension lifting up there. You get the just. There's a grease ram in here. It's like a hydraulic ram, but it's just filled with grease. In here, there's a spring there going onto a rod, and that pushes either out. And the spring then allows for, if a stone was in the track or anything like that, allows a bit of give, so just not putting everything under too much stress, track motor and all that. That'll be springing in and out slightly as you be working away, like tracking along. Takes the impact out of it. But a couple of more pumps here and give it a spin, then I think she'll be fine. You don't want them too tight because you're putting stress on everything. Rollers, idlers, everything. So, yeah, that's kind of it now. So it is. Well, I'll give that a spin now, but I think it should be fine. And should be good enough, hopefully. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Good luck.